today, 38 weeks pregnant. I have 2 weeks left from today, 14 days until my due date. Which I know every week I'm like, I can't believe it's that close, but 2 weeks? I mean, that's absolutely insane. She has been kicking my butt this week, and it's been an interesting week. I'm going to show you the bump right away. So I don't necessarily see a difference in that she's gotten bigger, but I'm definitely having a lot more comments from people like, oh my gosh, your belly got huge recently, and you definitely look like you've dropped, and just different things like that. Some more rude comments too, but we'll leave this as a more positive video. And so, yeah, she definitely, I feel as though she's dropped more to me because I'm getting a lot of really low pelvic pressure, and which is a pain, but it's a good sign. It means she's getting ready to go. And so that's good. I had an appointment earlier in the week, and they said I was 1 centimeter dilated, 70% of face. That was like 4 days ago. And they could feel the head right there doing the exam. So I was like, okay, we're getting there. We're getting closer. At least she's progressing toward birth. So that's definitely a good sign. So she's definitely gotten lower. I feel like I'm flatter here. So like you can definitely see how much more space is here. She moves throughout the day a lot. She moves probably most at night. So when I go to lie down in bed, it'll be like right around 9:15 every single night. She just starts like, I don't know, having a rave party in there. Like, I don't know what she's doing, but she is having a blast. But because of that, it's caused me still a ton of acid reflux issues. Yeah, I don't know. So she definitely is getting huge. 38 weeks, typical. I believe it said she's the size of a leek or a winter melon. And she should be, what was it, 6.8 pounds, roughly? Yeah, and over 19 and a half inches long. I'm getting too caught up on how much, but she's definitely getting so big now that when I'm lying down in bed, I have a pregnancy pillow I've talked about before, which reminds me I need to do a video on that. And so I can only sleep on my side, which is how it's supposed to be. So I'm lying on my side and I go to roll over, and she's so heavy now and the weight is all right here. Like, I want to go weigh my belly and just see how much just the belly weighs. It probably won't be that accurate of a measurement, but I think it would be interesting. So when I have to bring her with me. It's the funniest thing. So like, I'm like, okay. And I go grab my belly and I have to lift her over with me to get to the other side. Otherwise the weight like falls this way and then her fling over. And my abs aren't really there much anymore. I do still have a little bit of obliques. I can feel them. And I'd say I have some up here, but it's really not. So it's interesting. And it's something, I don't know, I just wasn't really expecting. And it's, I don't know, it's weird as a person who loves fitness and health and working out and that kind of stuff to not have any of the muscles that I'm normally used to. So it's been interesting, challenging at times. So every time I go to roll over, obviously I have to wake up and there's like a whole production with it. Then by the time I get over there, I'm like, crap, I have to pee. So then I have to get up anyway. So, oh, it's fun. It's fun. We'll go with fun. So I'm now peeing probably like, depending on how much water I'm having during the day, I try and stop drinking water by like 7 so that I try and get all my water in before 7 p.m. so that I don't have to get up so many times a night, but it's probably around 5 times a night now. Yeah, it's fun. So I'm a pro at peeing in the dark. So if I've learned nothing else in this pregnancy, I can do that now. Anyway, way too much information there. So what else has been going on? Lots of contractions, feeling probably a few times a day. Definitely, I think the most coming at night. Last Friday, after I did the 37-week bump update, I was having a lot of them at dinner. And we were sitting there, we were pretty close to the hospital, and I'm just in there like, almost like catching my breath, wasn't really able to eat, wasn't anything. And I was just looking at my husband like, these are getting pretty strong here. If they continue for another like half hour and they were intensifying, then we're gonna need to call. And so I just like started just chugging water, changing positions, moving around, doing all that kind of stuff. Nothing was working. Finally, after like 20 minutes, well, it had already been like over an hour. After another 20 minutes, it finally started like get lessening. So I was like, oh, thank God. So that was, I'd say a close call. The other night, a couple days ago, so that was a week ago, a couple days ago, I was getting another bout of really strong contractions, which is interesting. And then earlier this week, 2 days, well, so that must have been 3 days ago. 2 days ago, I went to a breastfeeding basics class, and that was at night. Anyway, so went to that Wednesday night, and the entire class was having contractions. Like, I was sitting there, like, I would have to, like, grab the desk, and it would catch my breath, and it was going on for about 2 hours. But I felt okay because the class was at the hospital, so I'm like, I'm surrounded by doctors. The person teaching the class was a registered nurse who used to work in the NICU. And so I was just like, if it happens right now, all I need to do is call my husband and be like, get your butt over here. Other than that, I was already at a hospital. So that was good. But I didn't need to. Everything was good. So I'd say I'm definitely getting more contractions, more frequently, stronger contractions. With them, it usually, I'm now getting a lot of lower back pain. And so they're coming, starting in my lower back. It'll kind of like wrap around. And within the last few days when I'm having them, it starts going around my legs too. Like, I'll be super sore. And like I said, I have a lot of lower pelvic pressure. The pubic bone is like really tender, which, I mean, if she's that low, that makes sense. So yeah, that's probably it for this. That's it for the symptoms. Like, that's not enough. So there's plenty of stuff going on with only having 2 weeks left. I have an appointment, my 38-week appointment on Monday, and that'll be my last one before my due date. And so I'm sure they're going to say, if anything happens, make sure you call us. But we'll see. I personally wouldn't mind if she wanted to come a little early, just because I'm so excited to meet her. It's going to be awesome. Yes, I'm nervous about labor, but at the same time, I'm going through so much stuff right now. I'm so uncomfortable all the time that I'd rather she be here in the room with us and me doing a video of, hey, she's born. So we'll see. But, you know, I want her to be as healthy as she possibly can be. So whenever that happens, it happens. So yeah, that's, I did work out this week. I almost forgot that. So I worked out a couple times, went to the gym, was working with a client, and so I did that twice this week. Yeah, and so did a few workouts, which is good. They usually give me a lot of energy. When I'm walking on the treadmill, I can only go probably about half a mile now, and then I start getting such intense low pains that I'm like, okay, we need to slow down a bit. And I'm not walking fast at all. But that's where I am in the pregnancy so far now. So it's, yeah, I'm listening to my body, making sure that everything I'm doing is correct. And my doctor still have me exercise as I can. And they know I'm a personal trainer, so they know I can handle changing my workouts and stuff. So which is really good. It's nice to be able to do that and not have to consult anyone or anything. But, you know, for most people, finding a personal trainer is definitely the best way to go if you're pregnant and want to work out. So, yeah, feet are, another symptom I probably should have said, feet are definitely sausages. I don't really have much ankles anymore. I'm trying to get them up as much as I can, but there's only so much I can do. So, definitely swollen feet. They're not fitting into any of my shoes anymore. The only shoes I can wear are Uggs, because I can't wear socks, and so I can wear my Uggs with no socks. And they're just like an even pressure, whereas sneakers like, you know, have more pressure around like the ball of your foot, or the yeah, I guess around the ball of your foot, but like around the arch and stuff. And so it creates this weird pressure pattern. And as far as swelling, it makes it weird. I've been wearing that at home, just slippers. But yeah, so a ton of swelling. I don't know if I'm starting in my face. To me, it looks like my face is a little more swollen than it was. But I don't know, again, if that's just part of the pregnancy or if I'm retaining more fluid, which is part of pregnancy, or if I'm just like super tired. Kind of want to say I'm just super tired, but I don't know. I see my doctor every week and they had no issues with my swelling last time I was there. So I'll ask about it on Monday, but if they see no problems, then that's good. My blood pressure is really what they worry about, I guess, with the swelling. My blood pressure's been great, and I just took it like 20 minutes ago, and it was 123/68, which is great. So I'm not too worried about it. If it starts getting crazy, then obviously I would call and whatnot. So yeah, I guess that's probably it. That's plenty for today. Going on in the next week, just the doctor's appointment and relaxing, I guess. I'm still gonna keep working, but as long as the doctors say I'm good to go, I'll keep working out, and just do my thing. All right, 38 weeks pregnant bump date for today. Thanks.